wait. Hey guys, welcome to another lesson of Pro Teaches Noob. Today I have, once again, Bianca.
It is me and it is you.
Yep. And today we are going over Jim Starlin's final word, the grand finale of his second Thanos graphic novel trilogy. Thanos is starting to become all there is. He has finally succeeded. Adam Warlock and it's had to kill off Eros to make him just like Thanos and himself, being completely outside the norm. And Pip is having to struggle with seeing his best friend become a killer.
Which is
So
surprising.
So let us see, what is future Thanos' end goal, and does Thanos, present day Thanos, truly agree with it? Because so far it seems like he doesn't, but at the end he might have had a change of heart.
Well, I mean, power is addicting
It is. Oh, come on, why is it always doing this?
because it's like we want to mess with Robert.
Mm. Um, Come on, you stupid thing. Come on. Oh, there's the bar.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh. Yeah, this is Starling giving his final word and a farewell to everyone.
Oh,
And yep, here we go with the grand finale. I, Thanos of Titan, am now all that there is within the boundaries of this reality. Having achieved such an exalted station within the cosmic pantheon, I refuse to bend the knee to any being. And now we actually see now the tribunal is still there. I guess he wasn't wiped out yet. Your boast of being forever rings false, Titan. For I, the living tribunal, and above all others, deny your claim of omnipotence. You do demand your services, and we do demand your subservience, and that you return the universe to its previous state. Commands and ultimatums, is it? Obey or face annihilation. Know this. Threats have no meaning when delivered by the desperate remnants of what once was. A new dawn. And now we basically see what had led to that final confrontation as he absorbed all. Where have you brought us, Pip? Somewhere, nowhere, near some place where Thanos ought to be, Eros. This is clearly not within our usual plane of existence. We see the living tribunal's hood is gone, and Thanos has now become the one above all. So he's absorbed God. You may flee,
dang.
troll, but where can you hide from one who is everything throughout all time? Which is why I chose not to run, Adam Warlock. Such raw power cannot be denied. I should have expected pragmatic acceptance from one as wise as you, Golden One. Should have expected. You and Eros are currently beyond the scope of my wider vision. Even now, I must carefully focus to perceive you, but that will change. Given time, which I have in abundance, this you will clearly see once you have been brought into the fold. Now only Eros, and basically he's now absorbed him into his being. Now only Eros and his trollish companion need collecting. Their ensnarement is inevitable. Basically now he is everything because he is the one above all. He is every tree, every cloud, every planet, everyone.
Crazy comic book.
Yep. If you are if you are, I am part of you. For there and then is where the ultimate prize they seek awaits. Another time, they basically transport to back when the one above all is still around, and they get out of there before they can react.
Eve.
And now they're in New York. Why? He wants to take a backpack so he could carry Pip around.
What the
Hey! And of course, number
bro?
2995. My good man, I fear I left my wallet in the car. We'll be right back. Hey! Now they're in the past in 1921. Then they catch up to Corvus, Glaive, and Proxima Midnight. You remember them from the movies, right?
Which one? What?
These two, they're from the movies, Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh, they look kind of different.
Oh
Okay, I
yeah,
got it.
yep, but yeah, but then they disappear. Anyone who might know too much about Thanos is disappearing from the timeline, even if they were loyal followers. Suddenly I don't mind being being your conjoined twin. We then see he and Adam Warlock is within Thanos, inside the universe that he makes up now. And he flies in there and soon finds Kang trapped where Thanos had tricked him to going. Again, I have slipped into the state of omnipotence, but this time not by choice. And I am merely part of the all powerful, but not in control. Yes, I am still here, as you know. He's talking to us. As you know, I was quite literally press ganged into my current situation. Nevertheless, I have come to appreciate the benefit of this unwanted union. But in the end, it comes down to the fact that what I am and what have become a part of have radically different end goals. I have kept myself separate from my other self's grand design, at first by choice and later by divine edict. Now I silently observe and judge a fundamental aspect of the task of being a supreme being. I have time without end to indulge in my appraisal of my warden's all seeing but tunnel vision like perception of the universe. The other Thanos has allowed out of control paranoia to take control of his and all reality's destiny. When I first tapped into my utter self power, I feared being everything might prove an all consuming responsibility. But I soon discovered the universe contains it's along and quite smoothly with my future self, and I paying it next to no attention whatsoever. Most existence is pre programmed. God needs only to focus on the real big problems, which is probably for the best. Early in this unexpected bonding, I allowed myself the pleasure of some rather meritless exercises in power. Valuable real estate was wasted in these indulgences. Even in my current captivity, I continue to carefully study my counterpart's supremacy. There is great confusion when concentration on our pan dimensional existence. Disorientation is all that is gained when attempting to focus in on countless realities. Both my other self and I presently only zero in on our original actuality to avoid overload. Here is where my brother hides. For some unspoken reason, Eros is captured as essential to my counterparts and completing the circle of which of his supposed destiny. How strange that one who is so inconsequential as my brother was to my past should now prove such a key element in my and all other futures. Apparently, all and everyone must reside within future Thanos before his mad plan can reach fruition. Yes, even I consider his ambitions insane, his particular form of nihilism rather passe. Though still separate from my other self, I clearly feel his burning desire to achieve his crazed end goal. Eros' elusiveness is all that's kept at bay the total darkness. Only as long as my brother retains his freedom is there hope. This future Thanos finds him highly annoying, and, like myself, he does not handle frustration graciously. Oh! He shall be found. As we see, nowhere, he's in Starlin's bar in nowhere. They keep transporting around, trying to figure out what to do, while Adam is still waiting for a moment before he can release Kang. His inner thoughts are now exposed for examination. So engrossed is he in obsession, the Titan fails to detect the intrusion. His complete mastery of omnipotence is yet to be achieved, which means he's still invulnerable. And so I now clearly perceive where this Thanos is headed. But there is no joy in the discovery. The Titan's insanity has reached a never before attained level of incomprehensibility. The threat the multiverse faces is unimaginable. The end of time? As we see then, he and Eros has appeared with Pip to the end of time to see what is Thanos' plans. Let there be an end. Basically, they are outside of Thanos, who makes up the entire universe, and he self destructs, taking everything with him.
Wow.
They make their way back, but as soon as they find out, Thanos is there to destroy Isaac. Now they are now stuck without him. And with that now, Adam releases Kang, who's ready to help him at the right moment. You would work with me. What is the current state of play? This and all other realities are now ruled by a new supreme being, Thanos. which sounds like an excellent reason to go off and kill myself. True, that
Mhm.
is one option available. There is another. You may work with me in a desperate effort to derail the Titan's nihilistic ambitions. You would challenge omnipotence to save the universe and beyond? Yes, just the two of us. Two others strive independently of us in an attempt to achieve the same goal. They are Eros of Titan and my friend Pip the Troll. Not the most steadfast of allies. I need you to collect them from a specific point in time and space, which I will hopefully soon transmit to you. But if the Titan is now all knowing, won't he realize our intentions? You would think, but you would be incorrect. Knowledge and power requires experience to function properly. The Titan still strives for complete familiarity with his newly gained omnipotence. That makes sense! He's still not prepared or well versed with his abilities to be perfect. Currently, the
Nobody's perfect, man. Nobody's perfect.
Currently, the Titan is directing his total focus on hunting down and capturing Eros, an essential element in future Thanos' mad scheme. This has left him exposed and allowed me to tap into his cosmic psyche and learn his plan. It is only a slight edge, admittedly, but perhaps it will prove enough. Eros is presently skipping through time to elude his brother. Through time? Utilizing your technology. Obviously, no Titan is to be trusted. Warlock, you were clearly playing a game with Thanos that is far beyond my level of comprehension. That is an admission I not often make. I will await further direction. Is there anything else I should know? I believe limiting your knowledge of the overall plan is highly advisable. In the event of I am recaptured by the Titan, you do not know what you do not know you cannot reveal. Fair enough. So yeah, now Eros is trying to figure out what to do, and he soon realizes like your brother has a suicide pact with the universe, and Adam is MIA. Two and two equals everyone's going to die. You forget, Warlock is not the only one existing outside the norm these days. Mister, you are no Adam Warlock. True, I haven't your friend's experience and understanding of all this cosmic stuff, but maybe I don't need to. Something Isaac said has got me thinking. Share. As you recall, we all agree my brother's twisted psyche is his greatest weakness. I got an idea on how to exploit that. Thanos is a psychopath, correct? Yeah. But no one, not even Thanos, makes it through life without some person to person connection occurring. Even I have a couple of people I care for. Sort of. In Thanos' case, maybe someone like Gamora. She's a possibility. So am I. I'm thinking that if we can remind him of that connection, he might it might be and reconsider offing himself. Psychology, huh? A long shot if I ever heard one, but it's better than nothing. How are you gonna do this? I'm Thanos' little brother. What do little brothers do best? I don't know. Annoy big brothers, maybe? Right on the first guess. Is that true? Because I'm the oldest brother. I'm not anyone's younger brother or anything.
um, no, that's just a regular sibling thing. Doesn't matter if they're older or younger.
Sorry, I just found out. Okay, before you go further, this will date the video, but I just found out Linkar 700's video was Superman Year One, which was ironically my 50th lesson. That's it. Sorry about that. But yeah, basically, we see then they transport the key moment in history. Meanwhile, Adam is like there, access. Of course, it would be hidden away on some long dead world. And the Titan has been obsessed with death and oblivion. So basically, finds like where else would one find access to the Titan's inner workings but in a necropolis? Like, wait, and they soon meet by all of his past selves again, which leads to a big fight between them all, until eventually he snatches the soul stone from one of them. And he puts it back on and absorbs all of them into him.
Oh dang, he's a murderer.
It has been a long time, Soul Gen. I've forgotten how crazy you make me. But a bit of craziness may be exactly what is presently required. One would have to be more than a little mad to even consider entering Thanos' psyche.
Wait, which gemstone does Vision have?
That was the Soul Gem too.
Oh.
Yeah. So in a way, Vision, MCU Vision had a bit of Adam Warlock in him. Was that?
I can see that.
Yep. Oh look, Thanos smashing something when he was a child.
Wow, what a twerp.
We also find out that it's actually with the Soul Gem. Adam actually went back through the psyche and history. He finds hunger and gives him enough energy to survive, just long enough to do what he did in the other books. Meanwhile, we see Eros has appeared with Pip on Titan, and we see, oh, look at Thanos there. Look at him as a child.
Dang, he's fat.
Who? Who are you? Believe it or not, I am your baby brother, Eros, all grown up. I have traveled back in time to deliver a special message to you. Is that so? I know that and this must seem rather confusing, but it's very important you listen carefully to me. What have you come to say? Your brother loves you and is worried about you. Seriously? My little brother grows up to be a babbling idiot. I don't see and it don't look like to me like he's buying what you're selling. He will. Repeated dosages of affection throughout the years will eventually melt his cold heart. You'll see, persistence will surely pay off big if we stick with it. Did you hear or even think about what you just said? Now what? Just my little slash big brother dealing with some bullies who were stupid enough to target him. Teno was never one for subtle solutions. Ah! Yeah, I've noticed. You again. What line of nonsense are you peddling this time? Just want you to know that you're not alone, Thanos. Whether you're a emitter or not, you have connections in life. You are one such connection, and I am indeed one who cares. Remember that. Yes, I'll remember that. I'll remember how insufferably annoying and ridiculous you are. Where are we now? Aboard one of Thanos' early spacecrafts on a very fateful day. You again? Brother, you must know that there is one who cares for you and understands. So you have said. Weird threads. This was him at his earliest point, but understand this, Arrow. I do not care. What happened here? Thanos just fired off a missile that will kill our mother. Bummer. What be in this I sense? Something or someone is disrupting the time stream, causing temporal paradoxes. Perhaps this apparent incident is something I might exploit in order to escape this wretched bondage. Oh, probably not. The disruptions are caused by Eros and that damnable troll. Ha! That's funny. He's like, oh, probably not. Hey, that's Drax before he became a lumbering Dumbo. This is the first time Thanos ever fought one of the Avengers. This is from his first appearance.
Oh, I like the outfit.
Yeah, it's his earliest outfit.
Yeah, I can tell from Iron Man.
Yep. Yeah,
So
this was
cool.
like this is from his very first appearance, which was also the first appearance of Drax.
Oh, who's the guy behind him?
What? No, that's Drax.
What the?
That was his earliest look before the tattoos and everything.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that.
Eros and his degenerate friend again. The pot calling the kettle black. You are going down the wrong path, my brother, and I'm going to keep popping in and out of your life until you realize I really care. You are not alone. Obviously, something is terribly amiss in the cosmos. I must investigate. Disruption in the time stream. What could have caused it? This is highly unusual, if not impossible, invent, but nothing that cannot be remedied. Another disruption. Someone is obviously creating temporal paradoxes. Who? Ah, of course. Where and when are we now? I'm not exactly sure. Something felt off during my last jump, and my chronometer's indicators keep flipping between dates. Maybe and those guys who are throwing off your reading. Are those the cosmic aspects? Oh dear. Oh, and this is during a point when during Bendis's run, when he basically had another cosmic cube and threatened them. I think
Oh.
we may have caused this. We may have caused this with all of our wild jumpings through time. Don't tell me we created one of those paradoxes. And yes, I think we did. What? And what's with these globe thingies? I and them I haven't a clue. Shoo, get away! They end up getting pulled in there, and well, this is just a little distraction. They go into crazy land. They're all just shifting around and everything until eventually they make their way out of there. And he does not want to ever go back in there again.
Mhm. It reminds me of this reminds me of the Doctor Strange movie.
Yep, very much so. We had to get out of there, and they don't wish to ever go there again. Like my brother and the troll are nothing if not persistent. Perhaps they may be of some use after all. If I reach out through them psychically, I might be able to divert them to a more useful endeavor than trying to save my soul. This is them during his fight with Captain Marvel, and when he possessed something called the Cosmic Cube. Guess who's back? I have been expecting you. You have like I have frozen this moment in time to all but the three of us, so we may communicate without interruption. About what you were attempting to do, Eros, with all these surprise visits. We're trying to keep you from killing yourself at the end of time and taking everything in the universe with you. By convincing me that you care, well, yes, Eros, you are a sociopath who cares about nothing but yourself and your own pleasures. You know? Knew? I have known since we were children. I never made any mention of it because I just didn't care. We'll continue this conversation at our next stop as we see him when he gets his heart ripped out by Drax. Who? Okay, so I've been wasting my time trying to touch your heart, which I see you're presently missing. But that doesn't make any difference. Where you and your future self are heading is so wrong. I know. You do? Zapping off to a moment when you can once again hear me and respond as he's dead. Stopping time again. Whenever the form I inhabit has the ability to do so. Unfortunately, such a disruption in the time flow for any length of period is liable to attract the attention of my future self. And you don't want that? I was enslaved by future me to ensure a tomorrow of his choosing, not mine. Perhaps it was that bondage which caused the rift between us. Whatever the reason, it is of no import. I desire my other self's humbling as much as you do, Eros. Are you suggesting we work together to beat yourself? Clumsy put, but yes, I also believe it is time for you to be moving on. All right, we'll work out the deals at our next stop. Later, bro. Um, and this is during another different story. Like this ain't good. And we'll get nothing worked out with the Thanos battling the Avengers and a few others. You have chosen a bad moment, brother. I am presently quite occupied. Freezing the moment is presently not an option. So he does his own thing to hold him back for a moment. Eros, you are indeed not the brother I remember. Speak quickly. I cannot hold him at bay for much longer. Now, this is definitely going to be one of those paradoxes. Eros, your only hope of saving the universe and beyond lies freeing myself from my current imprisonment at the end of time. But how do I know you won't turn on me once you're released? Yeah, you're not exactly Mr. Trustworthy. You have no choice in the matter. We have the same end goal, stopping me from doing what I am now destined to do. You cannot prevail without me. Trust, huh? All right, where will we find you at the end of time? We were there earlier and didn't see you because I am confined within my future self. Jailed inside a suicidal supreme being. This just keeps better and better. There's no time for debate. The others are regaining their senses. Eros. So to save the day, I must trust one who specializes in betrayal. A risky gambit, I bet I grant you. It is also time you were moving on. All right, we'll see you at the end of time. Now, where were we? As we see then, basically this whole thing was supposed to be a send off for everything, jumping to all of Thanos' big moments as we then see Eros is about to find Thanos, and it's like, how do we free you? Simply reach in and pull me from the beam of light. One rescue coming right up. This ain't right, damnation. Thank you for Thanos. I thank you for your duplicity. Our brother was proving highly difficult in locating and capturing. Your directing him straight into my clutches has greatly facilitated the reach of my ultimate goal. Eros was the last soul I needed to absorb into my being. You knew what I was up to all along. What I was up to. You and I are one, whether you like it or not. Just a sec. And I do not share your desire for universal genocide. It is wasteful. Wasteful. You think this only because you do not share my memories of what our life is beyond your own days. Your reason for keeping this insight from me, such knowledge would make you my equal. That would complicate the situation beyond redemption. I see. No, fortunately, you do not see. Greetings, Titan. Warlock, quickly, free me! I think not. Why? Because the plan you wish to implement will fail. You are not powerful enough to challenge your other self, even with my assistance. You have an alternate scheme in mind? Yes, one that plays off of Eros' rather simple minded plan. But trust. Trust? To be of any use in this situation, Thanos, you must be part of the problem. Warlock, do not do this! Again, consider trust and a time when we shared it. Let us pray that I am not being as foolish as Eros. As then eventually, my brother sought to trick me with empty platitudes. He has learned nothing during his years of damnable life. Deeds are what matter. Words mean nothing. The actions brought against me by others have clearly illuminated this truth. That hard earned realization revealed to me what has to be done. Existence generates diversity, which prompts disagreement, and that brings about bedlam. All entities seek some level of supremacy over their fellow beings, such is the plague of life. The concept of loyalty was conceived to deceive. Trust is a fantasy fool. Pray for and scoundrels and scoundrels exploit. These truths I have learned over centuries of struggle. To allow this mad game to continue is unforgivably cruel. Now that I reign supreme, it is my duty to put an end to this insane exercise in universal machoism and masochism. There is no honor in striving for this unattainable. Struggling for betterment is an exercise in futility. One spends their time on while awaiting their inevitable end. The only true comfort awaits within the void. No! My utter self's crazed perception drags all into oblivion. I do not accept this outlook and refuse to perish because of it. There is no peace to be found in life. It is a cruel and empty promise. No longer will I tolerate the hypocrisy of existence. My children, I am here to free you from the great lie. Thanos' nihilistic leanings have taken complete control. He's prepared to end himself and all else. The universe one chance to thwart his insane intentions is at hand. And Kang, hear me! As we find out right before they oh hold on. But yeah, basically, King shows up and pulls him out before he was eventually be taken in by future Thanos. And Adam Warlock decides to watch and see what's happening. And in this moment, future Thanos realizes that he no longer has arrows because he was plucked out, which gives our Thanos a moment, an opportunity to cause him to self destruct and, like you predicted, restart everything
Yeah.
because he was outside of it, he then, for a moment, he seems like I'm stuck here. But thanks to Kang, he's freed. Hold on a second. And eventually, then they talk about everything, and basically, it's revealed that one, he's taken back all of his time technology from Eros, who's not happy about it, and they're basically they feel like everything's been fixed thanks to Thanos' undoing and causing everything to reset. We then go back to that one moment again with fine. I would trust you, Thanos, to protect it from falling in the wrong hands. And basically, yeah, he does a very similar moment. Perceiving that peril makes you the gem's ideal guardian. I say yes. I believe my father once met Zeus before Eros and I were born. When we were children, Mentor used to tell us that we Titans were the descendants of the Titans of Olympian mythology. An amusing falsehood. We all live with lies and with unspoken truths unspoken. Some realities are best left unacknowledged. On that we do agree. Yes, yes, I know it is but one of many temporary allegiances I made with the Titan over the years. It is all part of balancing the scales so that the universe may carry on. There is never a final solution until one is no longer a citizen of this mortal coil. This I accept, for I have no other and no choice other than to do so. Little in life is ever settled cleanly. There is always some messiness left behind. Happy endings are a luxury few are fortunate enough to savor. We then see on back at Starlin's bar, the Guardians are looking over at Adam, and then when he looks at them, we then see that he has the soul gem still. Don't know, like, how did he get it back? Don't know, but I got a feeling everything's about to change, and not necessarily for the better. And that's
Oh,
the grand finale. Everything is over. Who knows what's going on with Thanos? They don't clear that up, but everything is done, and that was Starlin's farewell. So, what did you think of this whole trilogy?
oh, a fantastic finale.
And Alan Davis's artwork?
Great.
So, what would you say was your favorite installment of all this,
My favorite installment
of the trilogy?
of the trilogy.
I'm gonna go on a limb and guess the first one because of hunger.
No, I want to say the third one, because I liked Eros, going back in time just to say, "Hey, I'm still here, bro."
I know, I still love you, bro. I like that. I mean, it ended up amounting to nothing, but it was clearly done just to give one last farewell to all of Thanos' history.
Yeah,
And overall, though, did you see what I meant though when I told you that Thanos did not agree with what was going on?
yeah.
And for good reason, because he doesn't know what led his other self to this. And I could say future Thanos was just cuckoo.
And the Cocoa Puffs.
So now, did you feel a little bad for present Thanos having to deal with something that he didn't want to do?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but what did you think about Adam Warlock throughout this?
Oh, I will always love Adam Warlock. Bestest.
Well, thanks to me, you now know about him.
Yes. I can't wait to get a commission of him.
Cool. And yeah, him getting back the soul gem, of which now that means he has a copy of the soul gem that's different from the other soul gem. So now he can operate with it again without having to worry about, wait, is it part of the set? No, it's not. It's a separate one. Duplicate.
So it won't work.
It'll only work for him, and it's not needed to be stolen from him to complete the gauntlet.
Nice. Genius.
Yep. And again, I do, like I said, I do like Warlock's. What do you think about his plan to stop it all by using a paradox to remove Eros and throw future Thanos off for one moment so present Thanos could take over?
Genius. I can never think of this kind of stuff, you know?
Okay.
Like,
So, how does this relate to the first trilogy of graphic novels?
the first trilogy. Oh.
The stuff with the nihilists and everything?
Mm-hmm.
What would you say was better, that one or this one?
Oh. Mm, that's kind of hard because the first one was the beginning of it, and then this one is like the actual ending of
Well,
it.
well, except this doesn't tie into that last one. That last one stands alone compared to this one.
Yeah.
The only thing that connected back over was hunger, but that was from even beforehand.
I want to say this one.
Oh, really? Why? Because it was a complete story and didn't have that much extra stuff?
Probably. I also like looking at that all powerful Thanos.
Oh, you mean future Thanos? Yeah. How he
Yeah, I was like,
had
they call him
Death's
Future
face.
Thanos?
Yeah, how he had Death's face and everything.
Yeah, and then there has the space around his body and
He just
stuff.
want what you got from Eternity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was a dangerous and scary foe, wasn't he? I mean,
Yeah, I would
now
have
that
loved that for Infinity War.
yep, now that this has ended, would you say this was a repeat, or do you think it actually gave better context that it wasn't just the same old, same old?
Same old, same old.
Still same old, same old.
Yeah.
But for Starlin's grand finale, this was a good send off, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that. I love
Yep. And I think at least he wrapped up the loose end with hunger, right?
that.
Clearly, I did not expect hunger to ever return. And the fact that he actually did it in a way that made a lot of sense and was actually kind of terrifying.
Hunger is the best character.
Yeah, well, he's dead now. So now he's a dead character.
Oh, it doesn't matter. He's still best character.
Hey, someone else could keep him alive because remember, he's supposed to die in the year 2127. So there's still stuff for someone could do with him.
Yay!
Oh, like I say, Thanos finally dealing with Kang was a long awaited thing.
They should do a Hunger Destroys the Marvel Universe.
So, yeah. And that's we're finally all done with the Thanos stuff. That's pretty much almost all my Thanos stuff, unless they go back to the old Infinity Gauntlet, Infinity Crusade stuff. But until then, we'll see you all in the next one. Take care.
Bye.